What's up YouTube, this is Eric05 back with another combo tutorial. This time I'm making an in-depth guide with Predator. I'm getting a couple of people asking to make a more in-depth guide. I believe mainly because, you know, the Alien and the new DLC is going to be coming out soon, and I know we're all excited about that. So what I wanted to do is make a brief video on some of Predator's mix-ups and some of his B&B combos, you know, just to help new players who thinking of picking up Predator, or someone that just wants to up their game with Predator just a little bit more. So I'm going to get right on into it with some of his mix-ups. Now all of these, if you end it with the down shot, pretty much makes everything safe. And if it connects, you can go ahead and meter burn his grab and take it for a full combo. This is going to involve his overhead. That could easily been a full combo. This next one is going to be the same overhead ending with the low shot. If they would have blocked, actually you would have just held back for the short range shot. Now that's his low combo starter, and that's back X square square. When it connects, it can easily go for a 40% combo. That's his overhead into the low, which is great for in the corner. Even though they made the first hit now a high instead of mid, it's still a great tool. I like this one right here just for the simple fact it can't go for any combos, but it's a great little jump in mix up. And then I ended with the back triangle into the down. That right there is completely safe on blocks. It's actually, if I'm not mistaken, +2. So you can easily neutral jump or something like that to go for a combo if someone tries to punish it, you know, or you can just always end it into the low shot for a full combo if you want to meter burn it. So what I'm going to do next is show you some of Predator's meterless combos, and in my opinion he doesn't have very many that's, you know, very good. Most of his game is going to require you to do a fair amount of zoning, because what he offers for meterless is pretty weak for big damage, you know, and a lot of it is completely unsafe. You know, unless you're doing little hits. I'm just referring to if you went to go for like a decent size of damage. So I'm going to get into the meterless combos right now. I like this because it is kind of a little ambiguous setup and stuff. It doesn't hit overhead or anything, but that right there makes for a great mix up into the low, into a full combo. You know, so you're going to get over 50-something% damage off of that. You know, in his triangle, square triangle, though it can do decent damage, like mid-screen it did 29%. In the corner it can do 31%. That is completely unsafe if you press the triangle, square, triangle. But if you end it from the triangle square into the low shot, which would be something like this, that's safe. These two are basically safe. That guarantees it to be safe. Alright, so that's what he pretty much offers for meterless damage. You know, so you can do a little bit of damage with them. 29% isn't horrible, and 31% in the corner isn't bad. And the little mix-up, if you wanted to go for the meter burn and stuff, really does help. I can't tell you how many times I've actually caught somebody with that, you know, because it really does come out fairly fast. It looks slower than it really is, you know, and I find it really gets the opponent off guard a little bit. It really starts to force them to want to block, you know, and once they do that, well, then you just zone them out. You know, after all, that's what Predator pretty much does best. So this next video is basically going to take all of the little mix-ups that you've seen in the beginning you know, from the overheads and the lows and stuff, when you would connect with his grab. The basic combos that you can go ahead and do from that point on. So this is the overhead from the beginning. Now I'm sure you could probably do more damage, but for a very easy 38%, I mean, you can't go wrong. This is the back X square low. For instance, if you caught him in the corner, that's a nice solid 41% damage. This is the overhead into the low shot. You can dash forward. You don't even have to run. Hit 4 into the grab. And for instance, if you had caught the person with the back triangle, you see that you can pretty much easily go for 31%. You know, so you don't have to just do that or just go for the single shot. It can do pretty decent damage. You know, and this covers a good amount of distance. You know, it's a great tool of his, and considering ending in that is safe, you know, when you want to get at them, that's a great tool. So, and as you see, each one of those combos does pretty big damage. You know, Predator is a high damage character. So, now with that said, I'm going to show some of his bread and butter basic combos that do big damage. Now, these, you'll remember them from my other video. But at the same time, they're great combos. This is involving the low, because I love doing the jump in overhead into the low, because if they're not ready for it, there's 40%. In the corner, if you didn't do the overhead jump in, if you just went for the low, you know, as a follow-up, there's a solid 40. It would have did the 41 if you had jumped in. You know, a lot of Predator stuff will scale, especially if you're using his little disc, which is that. It's a great tool, especially for his zoning. But if they get hit with the disc and you go in, it's going to scale your combo back probably about 3%. You know, and I'll show you what I mean in this next video. And this is some basic little quick setups and stuff going into different combos, you know, but it's pretty ambiguous stuff. And again, Predator's a pretty solid character. That's the one you seen from earlier, and go in for the combo. It carried them all the way to the corner, where you could easily do the corner combo. And because the disc was in the air when you did the low, that would have actually stopped the wake up. And actually you can jump over, overhead, go straight into the shot, which is a low. You know, and it does a beefy 35%. You know, so as you can see, Predator does a lot of damage. He doesn't really use that much meter, the 1 bar. And if you're doing his zoning and stuff, and you're doing different ones, you know, you're throwing out the disc, you're doing a lot of different little mix-ups and stuff like that, you know, he's a pretty good character. You know, a lot of people like the hunter variation. I like the shooting, you know, anti-air, you know, and just stay on top of them. The best thing I can suggest with Predator is once you get on top of them, just stay on top of them. You know, if there's a distance, then just keep shooting. So, this is my combo guide for Predator. I hope it helps, you know, for all you new Predator players, and then maybe some of you little veteran players. Maybe this might give you a few new mix-ups and stuff. You know, if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I'm really trying to get some more subscribers. I want to bring you new content, and again, I'll be making combo tutorials for all the new DLC. So don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm Eric05, and I will see you next video.